Hey, what is up, everyone? This is Tyler G of Batman Figs on Instagram, also co-host of DC Figures and Collectibles, which you could find and listen to on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and also I think 11 or 12 platforms overall. So basically anywhere where you could listen to podcasts. Again, that's DC Figures and Collectibles. And today we are doing an action figure review. And I am very stoked that I found her at Target. Vixen, which you can see in front of you. She is quite the rare figure, as there's only one of her figure that comes in a box. There's 3 Gaslight Batman, 2 Wonder Woman, and I don't even remember the other ones. Shoot, oh well. But I finally got a Vixen, and again, if you go to Target and look for DC Multiverse, they're usually around $5 right now, so you could get a whole connect and collect figure for around $25 plus, whatever the other figures came with, or the figures that you got to collect and connect with, or whatever. You know what I mean. Anyways, she's a beautiful figure. See a good look at her face sculpt. Really well done. Good paint. There is one thing that sucks, is her earring on this side is broken. So let's see if I can get to it. Yeah, it's a disattached from her ear, and I found it wrapped around under her chin. So, but it's not a big deal. This one's connected. At least that's good. Let's look at her. Well, let's look at the one accessory she came with. She did come with one accessory, and it isn't a hands or head sculpt. It is this, I don't know, I think it's an eagle or a falcon, and even the wings are articulated, which is really cool. And I don't know if it's supposed to clip on to the arm or just balance. Mine doesn't actually clip on, but I can get it to balance on her where it looks good for some shots. But other than that, let's look at the articulation. As Mattel continues to get better, she could lift her arms up that high. She can move her head around. She can't really look up. She could look down, but can't really look up because of this collar back here. She has a diaphragm joint, but you can only turn it that much. I would have to break it to try to turn it more. So that is kind of frustrating. She does get a little bit of ability to look down and a little bit to look up, which I wish she had more to look up, so I could use this little thing for flying poses with her. But beggars can't be choosers. This is how far her legs go out. She has a thigh cut. Double knee joint. Look at you, Mattel. Look at you go. We got a hinge that goes up and down, and she also has ankle pivot. So, fairly straightforward review, fairly straightforward figure. However, it's a beautiful figure. It's done very well. The paint and colors look awesome. And I really like the articulated animal effect that she summons. So, let's do some size comparisons to some fellow female figures from the DC Mattel Multiverse line, as well as some other toy lines, just to see where she would fit in. And also, I'll show you the Collect and Connect Lex Luthor Superman thing. I don't even know what that is. I'm going to have to do some research. And I do have both head sculpts, but I have the Lex head sculpt on a different body, just because it looks cool that way, in my eyes. And here is the Beast Kingdom Wonder Woman. And she is a monster. It's supposed to be an 8-inch figure scale-wise, so I expect her to be taller. And here we have Batwoman. And this is a DC Multiverse figure. And she's about the same height. Next, we'll do another Mattel figure. That's Batgirl. She's a little tinier, which that's okay. That fits. Next, we'll do a Mezco Catwoman. And that actually looks really good next to each other. After that, let's do a Soap Studio Reverse Flash. One of my favorite figures, just how cool it is and looking and soft goods. And he scales well with hers. Then we got the DC Essentials Joker. And that's a 7-inch figure, so. But I like Joker being a little bit taller anyway, and so I think that looks cool. I think it fits. Next, Batman from the DC Collectibles Animated Series line. Probably the best toy line ever in recent years. And probably will be for all eternity. Just like the show. But here is the figure next to the Mattel Vixen. And he's a little smaller than her. Then we have the Connect and Collect. I don't even know what the official name is. This Lex Luthor kind of looks like Darkseid. And it is a cool figure. I remember saying I wasn't really like in a rush to get this. But I am glad that I was able to, due to how cheap these figures are at Target right now. I would have never been able to get that big old Clayface if it wasn't for Target doing these ridiculous prices on Multiverse. So yeah, I just wanted to show you a little bit how the figure looks. He is a cool figure. I just have to do some research, like I said. Alright. Oh, does he have double... No, he has regular single hinge. He has double knee, but not double elbow. Don't know why all of a sudden I wanted to look at that. Alright. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Definitely go check out Target and see if you can get these at $5, $6 range. And I had to ask someone because I didn't even see any Multiverse out on the pegs, and luckily the guy... I always feel like it either goes really bad or really well. For those of you that know what it's like, you can attest to that. But luckily the guy was cool and he went back and brought the whole box out, and that's why I was able to see, okay, there's only one Vixen per box. So, I hope that information is helpful. If not, I'm sorry for wasting your time. Alright, talk to you guys very soon. If you want to see pictures of her, I'll post. I'm going to post another one. I already posted one. Go check out at Batman Figs, Batman Figs on Instagram. And to listen to the newest podcast Scott and I did, Scott is from at the.batfan. He is a really cool, gifted toy photographer as well. And yeah, you won't regret if you follow him. So definitely go check out the podcast too. Like I said, it's on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, anywhere you can find podcasts. Hopefully you enjoy that, and I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.